Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. For those of you new here, hello, my name is Skylar and I am a certified dog trainer and pet nutritionist. Today we're going to be going into the 4 super easy steps to incorporate into your dog's dental care routine to help prevent dental disease. Studies have shown that over 80% of dogs by the age of 3 already have dental disease. In order to prevent this and keep our dogs as happy and healthy as possible, here are 4 super easy things to incorporate into your dog's dental care routine. Step 1. Reduce cavity-inducing carbohydrates. The very first thing that's going to help to prevent plaque and tartar buildup is your pet's food. Biologically speaking, dogs should really only be getting 12 to 15% carbohydrate in their diet. When you compare this 12 to 15% with the 30 to 70% carbohydrate content found in traditional dry kibble diets, it's easy to see how this may be a problem. Kibble requires a ton of binders in order to help keep everything together during the extrusion process. These binders are often ingredients that are high in sugars, like corn, or high in starch, like corn, wheat, rice, oats, white potato, peas. All of these starches and sugars can further contribute to plaque growth. In order to lower the amount of carbohydrate in our dog's diet and combat the amount of starches and sugars, adding meat is the best way to go. You can add canned food, you can add lightly cooked meat, you can add a commercial raw pet food, however is easiest for you to be incorporating more meat. By adding more meat to your pet's diet, you're helping to decrease the overall percentage of their diet that's made up by carbohydrates and helping to decrease the overabundant sugars and starches. So yes, even just switching up your pet's food a little bit and decreasing the amount of sugars and starches that are in their diet can help to prevent canine dental disease. Step 2. Brush them tooths. Toothbrushing tends to be the most common recommendation from veterinarians when it comes to tackling the canine dental disease epidemic. But if you're anything like me, the idea of brushing your dog's teeth every day seems a little daunting. Because of this, most pet owners become overwhelmed and end up doing nothing to help with their pet's dental routine. Rather than feeling overwhelmed with how in the heck you're gonna get your dog to accept a toothbrush in their mouth every day, instead, brush as often as you can. Getting a dog used to having their teeth brushed with a toothbrush can definitely take a lot of time and patience, but being able to do it as often as possible will help you get closer and closer to that goal. Be sure that you have a ton of treats on hand too. If all you have to do is start with your dog sniffing the toothbrush and rewarding with a treat, that is a great place to start. Remember, the more you're able to make your dog a willing participant, the easier it's going to be for the both of you. When teaching your dog to accept having their teeth brushed, it's best to go slow and have plenty of treats on hand. If all you're able to do at the very beginning is get your dog to sniff the toothbrush, reward for that. Once they get more and more comfortable with sniffing the toothbrush and getting a treat, we can get a little bit pickier and ask them to explore it with their mouth. Put their mouth on it, lick it, put it in their mouth, whatever, and reward for that. Eventually we can slowly start to work up to having toothpaste on the brush and having them maybe chew the brush and rewarding for that. And then slowly incorporate actually brushing their teeth. If this seems like a lot, just go slow, be patient, and I do have some tips to get you through and help to create a really great dental routine in the meantime. While you and your dog are getting used to the idea of working with a toothbrush, there's something that you can use in the meantime to make sure their teeth are still getting the attention that they need, and that's an enzymatic toothpaste. Not only can you use this on the days where you're not able to brush your dog's teeth, but you can also use it in addition to the toothbrush just to give it that extra boost. Enzymatic toothpastes incorporate enzymes that help to break down plaque and tartar into the mouth so that they're able to help do some of the work for us. These enzymatic toothpastes are often marketed as brushless because quite honestly, you could just put it along the gum line and call it a day. Obviously, it's best to get something else in there like a toothbrush to help scrape and rub off that plaque and tartar as well. But this makes it super easy to just incorporate some kind of dental routine into your daily life. And that brings us into our sponsor for this video. Today's video is sponsored by Bark Bright. You may be familiar with the brand Bark already from BarkBox, the super popular monthly subscription service that brings high quality pet toys and treats right to your door. Well, now Bark is tackling the canine dental disease epidemic with Bark Bright. Bark Bright is a monthly subscription service just like the BarkBox that brings high quality dental chews and enzymatic toothpaste directly to your door to make keeping up a dental routine for your dog nice and easy to help prevent dental disease. As always with BarkBox, it is free shipping every single month. They also offer 3 different sizes for their chews in small, medium, and large. In your Bark Bright subscription box, you'll be getting a triple enzyme toothpaste. This enzymatic toothpaste doesn't even require a toothbrush. The enzymes are able to work with the saliva in your dog's mouth to help break down plaque and tartar on their teeth. Your subscription box also comes with tasty chicken dental chews. Now these particular chews are made with a very unique groove, so you can put that enzymatic toothpaste directly onto the treat. All you have to do is squeeze your triple enzyme toothpaste inside the dental stick groove, and then let your dog do what they do best. Chew. If your dog is anything like my lab Luna, they tend to try to just scarf down their treats as opposed to actually chewing it. If this is the case for you, do your best to hang on to the end of it to at least encourage them to chew on it more than just swallowing it straight down. Now, you know how much we love to look at ingredients here on this channel, so I took it upon myself to compare the ingredients of the Bark Bright dental chews with the leading dental chews and the leading healthier alternative brand of dental chews. And to be perfectly honest, when I compare all three, I personally like the ingredients of the Bark Bright ones a lot better than the other two. So that's another added bonus if you're already feeding a dental chew. Currently, they only have the chicken flavored dental chews, but they are coming out with new flavors, so be sure to follow Bark Bright on social media at bark.bright for more information when those new chews come out. If you're interested in giving Bark Bright a try, you can use my link down in the description below, and that will give you an extra free month of Bark Bright subscription box on top of your 6-month subscription. So definitely, dental health, super, super important for your dogs, and this just makes it that much easier, delivering it straight to your door. Once again, a big thank you to Bark Bright. Now let's get into the rest of this video. Number 3, a dog's gotta chew. So the act of chewing can actually help literally scrape plaque and tartar off the dog's teeth. By offering your dog a ton of different appropriate things to chew on, it can help them to actually scale the plaque and tartar off the teeth themselves. It's like asking them to brush their teeth every day. Some of my personal favorite chews to give my dogs are things like bully sticks, dried beef tendons, raw bones, things that are digestible and for my dogs safe. First and foremost, if the bone is roasted, smoked, or cooked in any way, it is of a higher risk of breaking and splintering than a raw bone. Raw bones still have a ton of moisture in there, which makes them a little bit more pliable and less likely to break and splinter, whereas a cooked bone is devoid of that moisture, which makes it more brittle and more likely to break and splinter. That being said, chewing on bones of any kind, including raw, may not be safe for all dogs. A good rule of thumb for chews is if you're unable to dent it with your thumbnail, or if you're unable to hit it against your knee without it hurting, then it has the potential to break teeth. For dogs who are really aggressive chewers and try to split logs anytime they take a bite of something, a chew like this may be unsafe, and that's something that you need to be aware of. For more moderate to light chewers, something like this where they aren't trying to crack the bone in half could be a safe option. The best way to know if bones are appropriate for your dog is to know their chew style, supervise your dogs, especially with anything new, or if you're nervous or don't want to take any risks, just find another option. Super easy, super simple. One of the most popular chews that I would avoid would be Rawhide. We can have a whole separate video about why I do not recommend Rawhide, why I never give my dogs Rawhide. But in short, there's a lot of chemicals and health risks associated with Rawhide, so it's best to avoid them at all costs. Now, the trick here is to make sure that your dog is actually chewing the chew that you give them. If they're able to crunch it in a couple of bites, it's not doing the most effective job of scraping that plaque and tartar as something that they really have to gnaw on. This can take some trial and error, and again, especially with anything new, please supervise your pets for optimal safety. Now, be careful relying on chewing as your dog's primary or only form of dental care. Oftentimes, dogs have a side preference of which one they'll chew, and some dogs really only chew with a handful of teeth. In order to make sure that your dog's entire mouth is as healthy as possible, it's best to incorporate all 4 of the techniques in this video. And number 4, go to your vet checks. You should be taking your dog into your vet at least once a year or so that way they can get a full physical, make sure they're completely healthy, blood work done, teeth checked. Sometimes if you go in for a dental check, especially if your dog already has a history of dental disease, your vet might let you know that some teeth need to be pulled or a dental procedure has to be performed in order to keep your dog's mouth healthy. Absolutely, this is something that needs to be done if it is recommended. Your dog might have loose teeth, broken teeth, nerve problems, and it's best to keep them happy, healthy, and comfortable. So sometimes these procedures are completely necessary. However, these are also expensive, and oftentimes dogs have to be put under for these kinds of procedures, which again makes it more expensive, and there is a slight risk factor involved with putting anybody under anesthesia. Of course, we want to prevent these visits as much as possible, and if your dog recently went in for one of these visits, we want to make sure that you're taking the appropriate steps in order to prevent having to do this again in the future. I hope this video helped you in creating the perfect dental care routine for your dog. If you aren't able to do every single one of these things every single day, do not worry. It's always better to do as many of these tips as you can, as often as you can, rather than to get overwhelmed and throw in the towel. So I hope that I haven't pushed you that far. The more of these tips they are able to incorporate into your daily routine, the more healthy your pet's teeth are going to be, and the less likely it is that they're going to develop canine dental disease. And that's definitely something that we want to prevent as much as possible. Again, thank you to our sponsor, Bark Bright, and don't forget to use my link down in the description box below to get an extra free month off your 6-month subscription. Be sure to stay tuned for more dental health content during February, National Canine Dental Health Month, and I will see you in our next video. Bye!